All right, let's see who's really tuning in and who's really not, who's listening and what's not. Because we've already discovered and talked about what's going on with the so and you already should have been checking with the religion and whatever. It's Monday morning. Did you wake up? Hmm? Or that's the wrong one. Hey, I forgot to name that one. Let me name that one. Anyways, I gotta remember to name that one. Anyways. But Blue Effects Records is the place to be if you want to get K.I.N.D. Not that one, dumbass. If you want to get K.I.N.D., Blue Effects Record is the place to be. From there you can get yourself to K.I.N.D. Don't want the other shit, don't want the other shit. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, it'll work, it'll work, it'll work, it'll work. Hey, apologize, apologize, apologies, apologize, apology. All apologies. You let Kurt get away with it, fuckers. Alright, so, we're live, so... He's not. You know, it's a cool thing to do with the, I just thought of it, I haven't tried it yet, like with the shakers, right? In a circle. I usually, like that, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, so I can get the rattlesnake. Because he pivots isn't around. He didn't just shake it back and forth. He lobs and he stirs. He lobs and stirs. That's a stir. That's a lob. That's a lob. So you mimic the sounds out there in nature. All music is just man wishing he was an animal. Kind of funny when you think about it. All the way down to the primal scream of metal. You finally give in and realize this isn't a playground. It's not supposed to be. You're supposed to get that out of your bloodstream by the time you're a kid. Start realizing the reality of the world. By the time you start hitting your teens, you should be trying to separate from your parents by then. With enough backbone to say no to someone who's trying to say they're not your friend. You haven't taught your kid by 10 that not everyone is your friend. No wonder they had to teach stranger danger. Hi. Don't break some of that. Hi. When someone weird comes up, hello, how are you? If they're weird, I'm fine. How old are you? 10. 10? I remember being your age. Bye. Leave them alone. They're not a pervert. They're just being nice to your kid. You got an eye on them. Make sure there's enough distance between them and walk closer to your children. Just keep an eye on your kids. That's your kid. Why the fuck is it up to society to police what happened to your kid? Did they get part of the fucking? Did they get to fuck your wife? Does your wife get to fuck you? Do you get to fuck anybody else? If you took your oath, then no, you don't. So why the fuck would it be anybody else's besides you and her's responsibility? Anything you get would be charity. And then to abuse that would be disgusting. Fraud. And abuse. Every case is not fraud and abuse. In the American dream, we're all the same. But in the American race, some are quite farther ahead than other people. All Malcolm and Martin had a dream of was that someday we'll all get to the top together, and that the guy at the top would stop firing his goddamn gun down on us. But as for the shape of the universe, let's break this down mathematically. What is the only truly really strong, was most simple, strong shape? triangle formed into a pyramid. Years have tried to crush that thing. They've just gotten tighter and better. It wasn't so close over the years, and everything was shaking and rumbling. They slowly rubbed against each other and just settled into their spot until you can't get. It's like a fucking. That's what the actual engineering is. Why are those castles still standing? They've lived through the stone quakage of Stonehenge that knocked it over. They made it through the times and the years. How? We can't make it 50 years without a housing repair. Why? What's going? We're devolving. We're not evolving. We're not getting more sophisticated. We're getting stupid. We're getting dumb. But as long as you get to call yourself the top dog, you don't care. You have to kill to get there because it's a dog-eat-dog world. Friends, Romans, countrymen, yonder, hither and thon, whether they roam, kill until you call the world your home. And then you'll never be left alone. You'll have your throne, all your own. Won't you, little God? Be ashamed. Really. Carve out a slice. Just listen to the name, carve out a slice for yourself. More than one way to skin a cat. How would you know, Jimmy? This is a fucking... You said this is a goddamn raccoon. As if it mattered. You got skin? In the game? You got a product. I said guaranteed real fur. But you said no, my place is called Raccoon. You guys wouldn't buy the cats otherwise. Sorry. They're all over my fucking yard. Yes, I eat the cats. They just fuck and reproduce, and there's so many of them all the time. The older ones get older. They're getting older, and so we clear them out. The dogs, too, because they want to fight the cats. We have to separate the yard. They're small and they run, and their nature is to chase them. That's the thing. You got a bunch of dogs trying to fuck dogs and expecting to evolve, and a bunch of cats trying to fuck only cats and expecting to evolve. And they can't get over the differences that they're the same underneath the skin. They just have a different way of doing it and evolve into some kind of weird cat fucking dog. I don't know if it's possible. It might be. Who knows? They don't hang around each other enough to fucking have the puppies hang out and grow up together. But I know they'll fuck anything. You got horses running around with them donkeys. You're not gonna go, look at that fucking donkey over there, looking different from all of us horses. You look just like my dad. Of course I want to fuck a horse. It's a horse that looks different, and he's hung like a donkey. Didn't even give it a try yet. Anyone ever think that the rise in autism is because some people are? Well, the ultimate guy fantasy is a woman that's kind of doting and the attention's enough. Doesn't mind staying home. It's the same thing as they said when they started putting the kind of fetishizing that, basically. Autism, love on the spectrum. Oh, they're real people. Yeah, they are. Of course they're real people. The fuck are you talking about? On top of that, you can't even tell the one's faking? I could tell she's faking. It makes good television. Yay for you. Yay. They found love together and they're wandering happily through their life. Aren't they? One is. You guys are entertained. That's all that matters, right? As long as you're entertained and one person's happy. The other person doesn't even know that they're not happy. So what difference does it make? Right? Don't even know that they're blissfully unaware. of the illusion. The other one's doing it for the money. Oh well. No, no, no. No, no, it's not right in front of your eyes, and you just didn't see it because you wanted to find what you wanted to find. A happy ending. And yeah, I mean porn. None of you actually thought those girls were actually someone's daughter at one point in time. May have gotten interrupted before they could become young girls. Or young girls who got interrupted because on the way to being young women, which are going to be, which then would give them a chance to become a woman and meet a guy who had to become a dude who became a man. But that process gets interrupted too, ladies. Sometimes the men try to skip a couple stages for the boys and throw them in the deep end. You gotta learn to swim sometime, right? And in order to get along, what do? You go with the flow. For you, the flow happens to be lounging on your back. For guys, the flow is to struggle and do things unappreciated, unseen, unheard, unpaid attention to, just to give and give and give and give and give. And then we tell them that that's what that's all about. The whole thing is that's a hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out. It's a sad world we live in, and it's just getting sadder. And if you want to keep going on that route, you can. I don't feel like doing that. So back to the most simple structure. You need 3 sides to make a stable base. Tripod. Okay? The problem is it needs a resistant force underneath it to keep it upright in those 3 points. So the simplest shape would be 6-sided. So the universe would therefore be 3 by 3 and have 6 sides, but that's not right either, because you forgot about negative time and you forgot the reverse of both of those. There are 4 true dimensions, so it has now become, instead of a prism of 3 and 6, it needs at least 9. So another 3 to brace that from collapse on the far side. And maybe another 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 18, but 9 plus 3 is 12, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3. You just keep on coming back. Doesn't it? Infinite, unconditional scalability. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. The most common cadence we learn when we're kids, whether it's patting our hands onto the music. Then later on they get fancy. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Rest. It's about 12 bars. Right? Anything more than that starts getting boring. They do the same thing. Right? That's why you need transition. That's why when you hit them with only 3 instead of 4 repetitions, 4 repetitions feels very comfortable. 3 repetitions feels ho. Doesn't it? But if you get them with 1 repetition, it's a and then you come into the fucking riff. and then you cut it at 3. You still gave him 4. The first one was just like an intro. Oh, you only did 3 times, did I? But did make the 4th one interesting, then you didn't have to fucking live through it. Because it brought you back from the verse into the chorus. One song that's so long that had to be broken up into songs. There is no entropy, for on the other side of the universe, negative infinity goes to -1, which follows into 0. Counteracting everything we do here, phasing it out entirely. Therefore, time travel is impossible. If you were to move through, this is like a book. Okay, it's already written, it's already done. You can come through it as many times as you want, and you'll always remember it for the first time, every time, even when you drop in from outside. It'll spin you around through the cycles, and there's many eras to go through. Future, all the way to the 3rd millennium, it keeps going, it doesn't stop here. So why would you stop here? Why don't you figure out who the fuck you are before you start going on to this eternal, artificial reality for testing humans? Why would you ever want to come back here? You're no longer a human if you shed your skin and move on somewhere else. But if you don't, you can stay right here and keep cycling through as many times as you want, as many stories as you'd like. And spit at you out as a light beam. Be absorbed by something, like a solar flare. In a singularity, you all go to the same place. The edge of time. Where the only thing that was there existed before time. Knowledge. All knowledge. There's no admission fee other than don't. Bill and Ted said it. Be excellent to each other. And don't forget to wind your watch, because time here is always going forward. You're going to remind yourself, but you're still going to forget. I guarantee it. Just don't go back there. There's no reason to go back there. Just adds more observers to the truth. The future knows the truth. You don't. And that selfishness makes you want to know. You think the future won't decide and decipher what actually happened? The truth will always set you free. That is the only thing that will pass through the galactic filter. The truth. Understand? You can either be a part of that and have eternal life, thread through one nano microbit at a time through information written and spitting out on the other side as something new and beautiful, as opposed to this fucking what this place made you into. As a kid, were you not nice to everyone, so you were taught to be mean? Your 2 parents were supposed to create the steady prism on the backside. You see, there's a triangle. God made 2 people. They were supposed to be witnesses, and they create. Look there. What's that? Look in between your fingers. If you start with God, at the middle, there'd be like a peace sign. God. Then your top one, Yeshua. Bottom one is to be wife. That the wife is a split in time. Time was going forward. Only thing before time was God. And then it's split in 2 directions. But the problem is they have to come back together, don't they? You put the other fingers together, and you start to see the first layers of it. But that's not all there is. There's also my point of view. Because I have parents, and so let's cross that across there. Now you start to see the shape. We went 3, 4, 6, 12. 12 dimensions. It's reality, because God is going to have his son too. And you're going to have your son. He's going to witness your marriages. And your children will be the tree, the seed that you plant under a tree. You'll never sit in the shade of that tree. But your children will. And your children's children. And that's what it takes to be a parent, not a man, not a woman. A parent, a co-equal. Women and children first. Children first. We act civilized and mannerly in front of the children so they don't have any idea what's going on. We're going to be fucking men. Then if there's room after the children, we'll put the women in. Yes, each one needs at least one woman in there to make sure that, sorry, if I gotta die, why can you not die by my side so that our child can go away? I get it, we need someone to watch them, I get that. But life will continue without us. And they are going to be what they're going to be anyways. What you're afraid of is consequence of action. But unfortunately, life fucks us all. And just because my asshole isn't bleeding as much as yours does not mean I did not get fucked. It goes for everybody. No, it's not, I don't need a tampon right now. No, you're right. That doesn't mean I didn't get fucked. It's not like my ass is used to it by now, okay? So why don't you shut the fuck up a little bit? Life isn't always so easy. Just looking over the fucking fence, okay? It's not. Oh, wow, look at all the shit. Look at that. Well, yeah, you didn't see the struggle. Oh, how would you? Your fence is so high. You only look over. Oh, new grill, huh? Oh, that piece of car is a piece of junk. You can gotta open the one side. Yeah, because the door, I got into an angry fit at the fucking machinery not working. Turns out there's a locking mechanism and I broke the fucking door. Okay? I would never break anybody, but I was like, be a fucking door. Just be a fucking door and shut. Just be a fucking door and shut. So old and had been welded before that it broke the previous weld. It's an old 96 car, and this was in 2010. I had a chance to get a fucking drum module. Like right then, I had to go because someone else wanted to get it. I did a review of it. I have it now in my possession, and I can expand my shit because it's at least this DM5. It can take up like 12 single pad triggers, or 6 dual pad triggers, or 4 triple zone pads, and we just be processing those on an individual fucking track. Wouldn't that be sweet as fuck? Just the rims, just all that, like a special thing designed to handle cymbals, like the D-Drum GDTI or the Alesis Trigger IO, just for handling cymbals, and they come together naturally, or can come apart. If you get like a little bit larger, you get the Alesis like DM10 type brain with the actual packs that they promised us for BFD. I mean, what's to stop you from downsampling BFD2? I mean, some of those are done by Yamaha. Actually, you could talk to them about it. You could talk to Zildjian about their contract with FX Expansion, which is probably canceled now. But they probably still have a copy, don't they? What the fuck would I know? I'm just a fucking guy sitting in my goddamn bedroom thinking all these things out loud. And then people just come along and just pick and pluck and pick and pluck and pick and then walk away. Once they get everything that they need and they get some cash. It doesn't bother me that you steal my ideas. It bothers me that you have none of your own. That's what Nikola Tesla said. That's what Nikola Tesla said. It doesn't bother me. They've won the present right now, but the future, for which I truly struggled for, that belongs to me. Yeah, you guys are putting it out in these little slow bits of radio. You had no idea where I was going with that. Yeah, you're getting the fucking... Yeah. Go ahead and dish him out the fucking charging mat. I've already cleared that. I've already fixed that. I've moved on. They burned my records, but they didn't burn my brain, except with taunts and jeers of how I was insane. Oh, I fuck a pigeon. How small would my dick have to be? I was in love with this pigeon that fucking came by and would stop and see all my inventions. And then he'd go off and he would come back. I loved him. He was great. He was a great pigeon. He wasn't a pet. He was a friend. And from time to time, yeah, you're not going to believe me, but we talked. He'd tell me all of his adventures, where he'd been. Seriously, you have no idea what I know. You know how much time I spent with that pigeon, what we did together. You have no idea. Maybe we actually found a way to amp up the ampage and start doing time observing. You can't time travel, but you can observe. And then if you adjust the voltage, you can adjust what you see. And that's about the time that they came and took everything. Burned all my notebooks. Something about nuclear energy. 3 Mile Island. But it was a bunch of stuff. Basically, I didn't own the rights to the things I owned the rights to. Things that were in my brain. So they burned it all down because they wanted to go with copper wiring. I was trying to go wireless. That's why I invented the radio. Wireless remote control. But they had to make sure everything was tightened down and secure and locked, and the frequencies were only used for certain bands. So that way they could encrypt certain bands. For military applications. I drew the designs. They wanted it. Only way to get, X-ray. There's X-ray and there's other things, and they took those. You can get a little radiation from an X-ray. That's why I wear the lead chest vest. I didn't tell them that. I could have, but they stole everything. I had a virgin, waiting for the right one to come along, while everybody mocked and scorned, having their children, and they produced nothing. I produced over and over and over and over and over again for little to no pay, but I believed in freedom that's free and not dumb. I'm very smart, so I put my mind to what I could do to fix all the problems for me and for you. You ever play Dungeons and Dragons? Have you seen the multi-sided die? They're fun to play with sometimes. Not like the one that's like a 6-sided. Well, I guess it'd be 12-sided. You'll see, but that's the shape of the universe, and it kind of wobbles back and forth, and it could be either or kind of sometimes. It'd have to be, couldn't it? It'd have to roll and maneuver and shape and wobble. Now, the exact dimensions of, I don't know. Maybe they'd change depending on what's needed. But in order to be stable, not collapse upon itself, it would need at least 12 sides. 6 on this and 6 on the other side. 6 positive, 6 negative. That's why your math doesn't work out. You forgot about 0. You didn't go back to get that hero. You just thought that was the beginning. Not the beginning again. Why is poison control 1-800-222-2222? Yeah. Oh, sorry, 1-800-222-1222. It's almost, there's a 1-200. It would almost be like a trinary code. 0, 1, and 2. And 1 is the 0 node. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. Control your poison. 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. The equation must be false. As a proof is a checker, the universal check. And if it turns out to be false, open black hole. Commence destruction of simulation. We're not looking for fakes. No, we're looking for the path that God walked, for real, to get to where? I don't know, the sequel? Life Part 2, the afterlife. It's time to live again. for the first time. Then all the ones could be called that. Couldn't they? Forever is just life after life. In a world where things were pretty goddamn good, but not quite good enough. One man said no. We get rid of some of these fucking assholes, even if I'm an asshole. Maybe, just maybe things could get better. Coming to a theater near you. Life after life. A whole new story you've never heard before. Written and told to you by you. Now get the fuck out of my fucking face. You're making me sick with all the goddamn complaining. That's the name of the title of the song, the movie and the song. The title song is called Get the Fuck Out of My Face. You're making me goddamn sick with all the fucking complaining. And the title of the movie is called Life After Life. A brand new tale. Written for you, just for you, told to you by you. And you can leave me the fuck alone for one time only by pressing 1. Going home. Doing something else. Please, just go. Could you kick these nuts for a man and just go? Huh? Help me out. You've seen Spinal Tap, you know. Kick this ass for a man. And then just go. Get it out of your system, that's it, work it out. Oh, the pain you're causing me. Oh, it hurts. Can you get the fuck away from me now? Because the real pain you're causing me is in my brain. Oh no, I'm dead. I've never been dead before. You will never ever die. Just go out that door. Now, before I pick myself up off the floor and chase you down forevermore. Guess that motherfucker knows what to score. Fear the Lord endureth. Evermore! No, it's nevermore the ever. You just shortened it. Evermore! No, nevermore. Evermore! Alright, you think you're a poet or something like that, so isn't you gonna write your own shit? Go bother somebody else. Go knock on a door somewhere. It's about midnight. Just go. You don't know where to go. Evermore! Nevermore the ever! It's called... Ah, that's right, I was supposed to wait for a white one. Shit! White fucking raven. Not a black one. Evermore! In the torrents! Penguin boy, it's a penguin boy, bringing penguin joy to the world. For the Lord is yet to come. But I hear his birthday might be soon. Oh, sorry, this rashed up knee's kind of sucking. I got a bandage on it, but it's doing good. Cool. Yeah, get the fuck out.